Hey guys, what's going on? Decided to make a really quick video updating a couple things. I decided to put a prize in for the winner or maybe the top three finishers. Probably going to be a pack. So if you're already registered, if you're one of these teams, just comment who your favorite player or team is. I won't make. I don't think I'll make a pack of all those players or all those teams. Let's say you're a Panthers fan. I'll throw in some Panthers card in a pack, see if I have any relics, anything that I would want to put in a pack. Like I said, the only thing is it's probably going to be a mixture of other cards, but I'll try and throw in because I don't think I have enough football cards to make like an entire pack of Panthers or whoever, Texans, Raiders, Patriots, whatever. I'll try and throw in some of those players or cards that you like. So just comment what your favorite team or player is, and I'll try and make a pack and throw some of those cards in there. So I forgot to attach. Another reason I wanted to make another video is because I forgot to attach the link, I believe, in the last one. So like I said, it's a 15 team league. We only have 4 people so far, so we need another about 10. So I'll include the link. So look in the description, it should have a link. Just click on it to get registered. Also comment in the comment section what your favorite team or player is, so I can make a pack. If not, worst case, maybe I'll buy a blaster box and maybe split up the packs or something like that. Top 3 winners or something, and get packs. If you don't like that idea, or just let me know what idea you would like. So those are the 2 ideas for the prizes that I have, just to get more people interested in it and to keep more people. It's starting to downpour, or keep more people interested in it throughout the whole season, because it is going to be like 15 weeks, so you're going to have to really keep yourself interested in it. So really quickly, this is also going to be like a tutorial on drafting and mock drafting. First thing for this one, you can go first before you even go to draft. Go to players and player list, and you can set who you want. Like, you hit the plus sign for that player that you think you might want to draft. You can kind of sort it by team, last year's statistics, so you know what team or what players did really well last season. You can go to like 2018 or 17, I think 2 years before that, because we're in a 2019 season now. So this is going by last year. You can go by how many yards they had last year. Obviously, the quarterback's going to have the most yards because they're throwing the ball to the players. If you're looking for a running back, you can kind of sort it by running back, tight end. So this is just to kind of, if you're new, or it's been a while since you watched football, or been a while since you did fantasy, you can kind of sort it. Let's say you want to base your team on touchdowns. You can kind of sort it by touchdowns last year. And obviously, the same thing, the quarterback's going to have the most. So you can look for quarterback. You might want to base yours on yards, touchdowns. Obviously, touchdowns, I believe, get you the most points. Yards and stuff like that. You want to also keep an eye on interceptions. Who had the most interception, because he might have the most yards, but he might also have the most interceptions. So that's just some really quick thing to kind of get your team going. You hit the plus sign to add them not the plus sign, sorry, the plus sign. I mean the star, to add them to your list, and it's gonna accumulate a list for you of all the players that you see interested. Obviously, you want to look at who's inactive. Andrew Luck is out of the league now, so don't pick him. Cam Newton might be hurt. You might want to pick him towards the end of your draft. Maybe have him as a backup when he comes back. So that's really quickly getting your team together. So as far as drafting, you go to mock draft. We are a 14-team league. Now, here's where it gets a little bit tricky. Is most people are going to want to try and draft first, and that's going to make your draft really easy. But there's a big chance you're not going to get the first pick in any league. So you decide, hey, I want to practice picking at the 6th seed, let's say. And I think with the leagues, you'll find out maybe a couple of minutes or hours before. You won't have a lot of time to know when you're going to draft. Worst case, people might go middle of the road, say, hey, I want to practice at the 10th spot. So you click on that. These are all full. The grays means it's all full. So if you go to the bottom, more than likely, you'll find. So if you want to do 14 team, and you have like 30 seconds to practice. These people already are in the spot. I got the third pick overall, so that's pretty cool. You can leave the draft if you don't want. Some people do that. They'll pick a 14 team league, and if they end up with the 14th pick, they kind of like don't want to practice it. So this is kind of cool, so you can think of when you're gonna get the third pick. So false start, what does that mean? I guess this does it automatic for you, I'm assuming. As far as I can see, it's picking it automatic, which I guess that's one way to. Oh, it's just loading the draft, I think. But once it loads, I'll be picking the 3rd spot, which isn't too bad. And I think I almost averaged the 3rd spot in every league. I think last year I went number 3 or number 2 or something. I think I ended up picking Zeke, which is actually really, really good. But I forgot what happened last year. I mean, it all depends on the offensive line and a couple things. So, like, let's say right now it's these Chris and Anthony, I guess, are picking. I'm picking 3rd. Instead of waiting, I can also just start picking now, and it's gonna pick the best player for you. Okay, so the draft starts in about 2 minutes. I'm not gonna go through the whole thing because I don't want to make this video really long because it's gonna take a long time to update. But this is just how it looks when you start picking. Don't waste your time with the first 2 because, well, Zeke is actually not going to go 2nd because he's holding out, supposedly. But I'm telling you not to pick him. People, I don't see him not playing. I don't see the Cowboys wasting it. I think they're just going to pay him, and they're kind of held hostage at the moment. I don't see them not paying Zeke the money that he kind of deserves. Otherwise, you might want to just start looking at other players. Le'Veon Bell might have a big year, and stuff like that. So I'm just going to end it here so you get an idea what it looks like, because I don't want to wait another 60 seconds. I just want to kind of show you how to mock draft. You just got to practice first, make a list of your players. So when you go in here, I think it's already going to have your players set up for you, instead of having to wait and guess. The only other tip is don't pick a quarterback, defense, or kicker early. Pick them way in the end of the draft. I did the mistake of that last year. You're better off picking receivers, tight ends, and running backs. Fill it with those, and you can always find a quarterback late. Because quarterbacks get hurt and all this stuff, and it's probably best to pick it in the last couple picks of your draft. Maybe I'll just do one pick real quick. But so that guy's picking. I'm really, I guess, I'm gonna go with running backs. I don't want to do Zeke. I might just do Le'Veon Bell, and this is just practice. I think if I go here, I can pick him. Did that work? Did I pick him? Let's see. Oh, let me see if I can pick him. Well, I'll go like this. Well, this is good practice. I think that's gonna pick him. let me see. It should say. Yeah, okay, that worked to pick Le'Veon Bell. So that's how it works, pretty much. But before you even do mock drafts, just look at all the lists and the players who they did well last year, so you're familiar with the names. You don't waste your time, picking players that didn't do well last year, unless you think they went to a new team. They may have a better chance at a new team, stuff like that. Just to keep an eye on. All right, I'll see you guys later.